Welcome back to our Squeeze Setups onboarding series. In our last video, we defined what the squeeze was, talking about the Bollinger Bands compressed inside of the Keltner channels and how that leads to stored energy. In this video, I want to show you the actual squeeze dots because the dots will tell you how much energy is stored and what each of the different dots mean. Now the dots come in 4 different colors, and the colors are just a measure of how tight the squeeze is. Really, you can determine that as slow, medium, and fast squeezes. So let's focus on the 4 different colors and we'll take them one at a time. We'll start with the quote-unquote slowest squeeze, or the one that has the greatest weight, which is the yellow squeeze. The yellow one tells us that the compression is the greatest and this has the most stored energy. When you see yellow, the market is wound up hard. Number 2 on the list is the red dot squeeze, and this is our normal default squeeze that most of us are used to. Now this tells us that we have our normal Bollinger Bands compressing with our normal default Keltner channel bands. This is the 1.5 NK factor. Finally, number 3, we have black dot squeezes. Black dot squeezes are the squeezes that you'll see most frequently. These are the Keltner channel bands that are the widest, so it doesn't take a lot for the Bollinger Bands to come inside of these Keltner channels. It happens often enough. It's still information we want to pay attention to, but you'll notice that black squeezes alone don't oftentimes result in many of the best moves. It's often the black squeezes turning into one of these other 2 dot squeezes, which have a greater weight. And finally, number 4, and this is the important one, the green color dot. A green colored dot means the squeeze has fired or we don't currently have an active squeeze. Now a green dot after either a red, yellow, or black dot is your sign that a squeeze has fired, and what we use is our exit for most of our strategies, especially with the slingshot squeeze. So we're looking to get in when we see one of our colored dots with either the red, black, or yellow dot squeezes, and we're looking to exit when we see this green dot squeeze telling us that the squeeze, this energy, has finally released, and now we're looking to get out of the position. Now you may have heard of some other folks playing around with strategies where they actually enter when the squeeze fires. To me, and based on the research we've done, this is showing up way too late to the party. By the time the squeeze is fired, much of this energy has released, and you're entering the position too late, chasing rather than actually entering with an edge. So let's bring everything together. We have the yellow dot squeeze, which is the slowest squeeze, the one with the greatest weight. Then we have the red dot squeeze, which is our middle squeeze, the one that still gives us useful information and a lot of tradable squeezes. Finally, we have the black dot squeeze, which is our fastest squeeze, the one that we see most frequently because, again, it just means that we've breached the widest set of Keltner channel bands that we have available to us. In all 3 of these cases, though, that tells us information that a squeeze is on and energy is building. We wait for a green dot squeeze, which is when that squeeze has fired, and that is what we consider to be the exit. Now in the next video, I'll add the other half of the picture, which are the momentum colors that you see above, and these are the histogram momentum bars. Now the dots tell you when and if the energy is stored, but the histogram momentum bars will tell you which direction this squeeze is likely to break using just the actual squeeze indicator, excluding momentum indicators like moving averages or the market pulse. So see you in the next video in which we break down the histogram bars in more detail.